We came so far from dreams. The path was hard for me. They thought we fall, you see. Well, look at us now, look at us now. We make it hot when we on the scene. Yeah, that's 1,000 degrees. I got a grind for me and my team. Yeah, you know we gon' eat. You see the crowds when we come around. You know that I roll with some kings. We sit it down, I don't hear a sound, but I ask you who better than we. Tell me who better than we. We soaring to places you never could reach. When we walk in that spot, don't hear none of you speak. Shh, do you want peace or the peace? A king about to put you to sleep. Listen, my team is elite. You not even qualified to compete. He starving, he barely can eat. I guess that's why he always itching for beef. So I put him on ice and I told him to chill. Close your mouth if you can't pay for the meal. Making statements that you know you don't mean. Nice guy trying to act like he mean. Keep it a buck, keep it a bean. Attitudes will put you dudes in the beam. Isekai, he don't live in reality. Shake back, all become a fatality. Yeah, how you gon' hate when you mirror us? He think he a star, he ain't serious. X him out, we not on the same frequency. If you broke, you ain't hearing us. Work the screw, anime, that's how I feel, period. We winning, that's making them furious. We make it high when we on the scene, yeah, that's 1,000 degrees. I got a grind for me and my team, yeah, you know we gon' eat. You see the crowds when we come around, you know that I roll with some kings. We sit it down, I don't hear a sound, but I ask you who better than we.
Yo, what it do, guys? It is your boy, Leo Mookie here, back to you with another new part of What If Asta Was a Monster Rider? This is part 4. In the last part, we went over that of the Magic Knight exam, as it basically went over just like it would in canon. Even though Asta has that of Monstie, I doubt having them in that exam would basically prove that, well, he's capable, even though he is quite capable having them by his side. It's just that all 3 of his monsties support him both in spirit and in combat as well, with him joining that of the Black Bulls, the worst Magic Knight squad, and then soon bringing him and his monstie to their HQ. So, with all that said, let's get into this, shall we, guys? Coming out of the portal, we now see that of Asta, Yami, Finral, and Gordon now arriving at the Black Bulls HQ, which the place looks, well, somewhat a mess, both architectural-wise and somewhat, well, unappealing-wise. Within, soon, Yami can help but say, "Welcome to your home, sweet home." Within, soon, Asta couldn't help but get excited, saying, "This is gonna be all great! I can't wait to meet my new comrades." Within, both Finral and Gordon look at each other and basically look back at Asta as they both mentally saying, "Prepare yourself." Falling behind being that of Asta's monsties, as Ratha is not even fazed by it. Score is still, well, not even bothered, with Volt being somewhat excited for what's to come, as they soon arrive to that of the entrance. On the other side, though, basically something busts through that of the wall, with then Asta looking somewhat confused, Yami not even fazed, alongside that of Finral and Gordon as well. As for Asta's monsties, Ratha couldn't help but have his eyes widen for a bit, Score couldn't help but look somewhat confused, and Volt looked somewhat worried but still somewhat curious. Within, looking inside of the building, with all of them, with Asta being somewhat shocked and surprised, as seeing in that of the building being that of a white and black-haired young man with that of sunglasses, wearing that of a Black Bull's robe over that of his clothes, as he basically is throwing that of multiple fireballs towards a boy with that of blonde hair, also wearing that of a Black Bull's robe, flying around using lightning magic, dodging the fireballs. Soon looking around as seeing that of several other Black Bulls members, one being that of a woman basically laying on that of a couch, almost, well, half naked to be honest, looking like she's basically drunk. A small little girl with that of black hair, with having that of multiple sheets prepare her basically meals for her. A big guy that's entire face looks like it's made out of shadows, basically blowing out smoke. And last but not least, being that of a guy with that of, well, purple hair as he looks at that, as he has that of a floating mirror showing a picture of that of a little girl. As the entire scene inside of the, HQ looks almost like that of a freaking chaotic mess. With then, soon, Asta couldn't help but look completely and utterly shocked, with even that of his monsters couldn't help but look somewhat worried as well. Well, mainly that of Ratha and that of Volt too. Score just looks a little bit indifferent a bit. With then, Yami basically coming in saying, "Yo, I'm back." With then, hearing the voice of their captain, all of the Black Bull members couldn't help but get somewhat excited and actually happy to see that of their muscle-bound and black-haired captain. With that of the black and white-haired Mohawk kid, Magna couldn't help but say, "Yo, Captain, it's good to have you back, man." The blonde-haired kid, otherwise known as Luck, could up and say, "Hey, Captain, good to see you. Can we fight? I've been waiting so long to take you on." With then, the woman that was, only in her bra and panties a little while ago, Vanessa, now basically fully dressed, going up to her captain saying, "Hey, Captain, it's good to have you back. Care for a drink?" Within, the guy that looked at the mirror, now going to the captain, otherwise known as Ghosh, as he's saying, "Captain, I was hoping if I can have some days off so I can go see my little sister Marie." Within, the little girl from earlier, otherwise known as Charmy, as she spoke up saying, "Captain, you hungry? I have tons of food laying around if you want. I'm not too picky if you want." As the big guy from earlier, as this being Gray, or rather, I should say woman, within as she just basically blowing smoke again, with Yami basically commenting at each and every one of them, applying to all their questions before saying, "All right, enough, shut up, you're all annoying me right now. I got an important announcement to say." Within, everybody just standing in place for a bit, before then, pointing at Asta saying, "This is one of our newest recruits. His name is Asta, so I want you guys to give him a proper Black Bulls welcome." As Asta looks at least a bit nervous, but he's also shaking a little bit of excitement as well, with each of the Black Bull members basically going up to Asta, introducing themselves a bit, while also, checking out his character, except that of Magna, who is basically, judging that of Asta for a bit. With then, Finral and Gordon also finally coming into the base as well, as a few of the members noticed them, with then soon, Luck noticing that of Ratha, Rex, and Score, with then saying, "Oh my god, look at them! What kind of creatures are those?" With then, all the members that weren't aware of that of Asta's Monstie couldn't help but look at the three Monstie. With then soon, Vanessa saying, "Wow, I knew that we saw some crazy creatures out there, but those three kind of take the cake. If anything, they kind of remind me of." Within, Lux basically speaking up once again, saying, "Can I fight them? Can I fight them? Did you bring them back with you, Captain Yami?" Within, soon, Yami couldn't help but grab that of Luck by his hair before pulling out to his face, saying, "Will you shut up and let the kid explain?" Within, soon, Luck still having that of the same old eternal smile on his face, saying, "Uh-huh," before dropping him, and then looking at that of Asta, saying, "Those monsters out there are the kids." Within, soon pointing at that of Asta, with all of them looking at Asta again, within saying, yeah, they're my monsters. I kind of raised them when I was just a kid, actually." With then, a few of the members couldn't help but be impressed with that of Asta. With then, even Yami, not really saying anything, also couldn't help but basically nod his head a little bit in that of impressiveness as well. With then soon, Magna speaking up saying, hold up. Before we can allow this runt to join that of the Black Bulls, he has to be baptized. He may have some awesome monsters, and possibly maybe has some out of this world magic or something, but that doesn't make him any less of a newbie after all. But then everybody couldn't help but, agree with that of Magna a little bit. Even though the baptism is basically unnecessary, they just do it just as a way to see what they're capable of and if they can become well, a black bull. I mean, they're always going to be a black bull even if they don't pass it, to be honest. That's how useless the baptism is, to be honest. Within, Asta basically couldn't help but have his eyes widen before having that of a serious look, saying, "Bring it on! I'll take on anything that you guys dish out on me. Prove it! I'll prove it all!" With then hearing this, soon Magna couldn't help but have that of a feral grin himself as his sunglasses begin to gleam, saying, "All right then, don't say I didn't warn you, kid." Soon, a couple minutes later, they arrive outside of the Black Bull's hideout, which looks like that of a training ground, to be honest, with all of the Black Bull's members, alongside that of Yami as well, and that of Asta's Monstie are as well, with Ratha basically wanting to step up, wanting to help out that of Asta. Within, soon, Asta basically raising his hand up in front towards that of Ratha, but then saying, "Stay right there, Ratha. You don't need to step in. I want to prove I can handle this myself." Within, Ratha basically tilting his head, wondering if this is basically Asta's pride speaking up, within saying, "I just need to show that I can do this. As much I want to rely on you guys, this is one thing I should do by myself." With then, soon, Ratha couldn't help but sigh before backing up again, right beside that of Score. Even Volt actually wanted to help out Asta too, but deciding to listen to Asta's words that he told that of to Ratha anyway, which made him at least a little bit down a bit. With Asta noticing this and mentally thinking, maybe I should spend a lot more time with that of Volt to make up not really speaking to him much. Probably should do it after this. With then getting back that of a serious look, but then Magnus saying, "All right, newbie, I'll show you what I'm capable of. Let's see if you can handle this attack." Within, soon, his grimoire begins to glow that of red. Within, soon, bringing out that of a fire baseball bat. Within, Asta can help but say, "Wow, is that fire creation magic? I always thought that I only see Yuno using that of wind creation magic. This is gonna be awesome." Within, soon, Magnus saying, "All right, buddy, bring out your grimoire. Let's see what you can do." With pointing his fiery baseball bat towards Asta. Within, soon, bringing out that of his 5-leaf clover grimoire, as bringing out that of the demon destroyer sword. Within, both Vanessa, alongside that of Ghosh, and even Luck couldn't help but be somewhat confused, as they can't really sense any form of magic coming off of him, off that of the sword at all. However, now that they think about it, they can't sense any form of that of magic coming off of Asta, which basically shows that he's completely and utterly magicless, and yet he's able to use that of a grimoire, which makes them even more confused on what's going on. With Magnus saying, "Oh, that's one weird looking sword you got there. All right then, let's see what you got." With soon, fire begins to emerge from that of his grimoire. Within, soon saying, "Here we go, fire creation magic," as he gets into that of a batter stance. Within, at full force and full swing, he's saying, "Exploding fireball!" as the fireball heads straight for that of Asta. Within, it moving quite fast from the hit. With then Asta taking a deep breath. Remember that of, Kruger's techniques. Within, taking a deep breath before soon slamming his foot to the ground, as then changing that of the grip of his sword. Within, showing that at the flat end of the massive black blade, and with all of his might, he soon swings that of the massive sword onto that of the fireball. Within, feeling that of the pressure coming off the the heat coming off the fireball as well. Within, using all of his muscles and strength, he soon sends the fireball right back at Magna at full force. Within, soon seeing this, Magna's eyes can help but widen in shock. Before, on pure instinct and reflexes, he dodges out of the way. with then soon seeing the fireball being sent flying into that of the distance of the woods, exploding as well. With then soon, Magna couldn't help but look at that of Asta in complete and total shock. But then soon, Asta having that of a pretty smug and proud look of himself, with that of the Demon Destroyer sword on his back, and him basically scratching his nose with his index finger. So, how did that work? Good, showing my guts enough for you? With then soon seeing this, Magna could help but say, "Oh yeah, you're something else, Asta." With that, Magna getting off of his butt because he also basically landed on basically dodged out of the way horizontally after all. With then soon, Asta putting away that of the Demon Slayer sword back into the grimoire. With then, Volt basically lunges towards that of Asta and begins to lick his face, and mainly in that of congratulatory that he basically won. With then, Asta laughing, while also somewhat annoyed at the same time, saying, okay, I get it. You're happy for me, Volt. Just let go. Stop. While still laughing, as Ratha basically heading towards Asta as well. As for Score, on the other hand, he decided not to do so, as he's happy for Asta already. So he's just probably heading back to that of the HQ, just so he can go and get some sleep for himself. Within Finral basically seeing Score flying off, within Finral going to Asta saying, hey, Asta, is that a good idea to basically let that guy go off on his own? Within, soon Volt basically stopping, with now Asta's clothes completely soaked in that of, Zenogre slobber. Within, seeing Score basically fly off, but heading back to that of the Black Bull's HQ, within saying, yeah, it's alright. Score doesn't really do anything crazy out of, those two, with Volt basically looking at least offended, within even that of, Ratha looking kind of annoyed too, within saying all he does is basically sleep and, lounge around. The only time when he basically becomes active is when something bad happens, actually. But I do make sure that he gets some exercise from time to time. Can't have him lazing around for nothing. With then hearing the somewhat reasonable and understanding response from that of Asta, with then saying, yeah, guess so. With then soon getting up, still having that of the sticky saliva on him. With then soon Ratha coming up to that of Asta basically raising up that of his large mouth, as it looks like that of a fireball. Basically, he's about to fire a fireball, with everybody somewhat worried for that of Asta, before chomping down on the fireball, as then a huge burst of steam basically coming out of Ratha's mouth, and basically encoding almost the entirety of Asta. Within soon, Asta can help but say, that takes care of that of the saliva. With Ford then begin to feel a little bit heated, saying, ow, that was way hotter than usual, Ratha, what the hell? Within soon, Ratha basically stops the steam coming out of his mouth, before then huffing away, saying, wait, are you annoyed at the fact that I called you and Volt a troublemaker? Oh, come on, don't be like that. Within, Ratha not even bothering, looking back at Asta saying, man, you can be quite sensitive. Just because you're the more mature one out of the other two, at least take that for example. Within soon, Ratha rolling his eyes, but deciding to take that as well. Within, Magna going over to Asta, congratulations. You are now officially a Black Bulls member. Welcome to the squad, Asta. Within, hearing that, Asta couldn't help but get a little bit excited that he's finally a Magic Knight. This would be the first official step for him to become Wizard King. With then soon, Vanessa going over to that of Asta as well, as he's somewhat confused, before then having that of multiple fibers basically wrapping around over that of Asta's shoulders. With then it being that she's using that of her, string magic, which then each and every one of the string fibers connect one another, creating that of a magic knight robe, a Black Bull's magic knight robe. With then saying, and add one little touch, adding that of the Black Bull's logo on that of Asta's headband. With Asta couldn't help but be excited and thankful towards Vanessa. With then Asta saying, hell yeah, I am now officially a Black Bull's. With then soon Yami saying, oh, you always were. This whole baptism thing is completely pointless. With then hearing that, Asta in mood completely and utterly felt like it's basically shattered. With Yami basically going into detail that as soon as he chose him at that of the, Magic Knight exam, he was already a Black Bull's member from the very beginning. And he wouldn't have gotten a robe either way. With then Asta feeling like his entire ordeal showing what he's capable of felt completely, utterly pointless now. But at least he ain't earned that of the respect of a few of his Magic Knight squad mates after all. With then soon Ratha alongside Volt basically also went congratulating Asta this time without, Volt basically slobbering on him this time. With then grabbing onto both their heads and hugging them saying, thanks anyway guys. After that, everybody begins to leave. However, soon after, they soon noticed that of a certain individual that also saw everything going down. This being that of a girl with that of silver hair and that of pigtails, also wearing that of a Black Bull's robe, and she has that of lilac purple eyes, and that of somewhat of a white uniform, and a skirt as well. With then saying, oh, you also a member of the Black Bulls? With saying, my name's Asta, pleased to meet you. As Asta wanting to offer a handshake, with then soon the young woman couldn't help but scoff, saying, like I would shake my hands with that of a peasant like you. With then walking away, with then Asta saying, what the hell was that for? Magna walking up to that of Asta saying, oh yeah, that's a newbie, just like you. She's a new recruit that Captain Yami brought in yesterday, actually. She was also supposed to take a baptism, but she didn't. So she still has to earn her spot to be part of the Black Bulls. With then soon Finral saying, that's the only thing that you do, Magna. All the same, her name is Noelle Silva. I don't know why the captain brought her in though. She's never really shown what she's able to use with her magic though. All I do know is that she comes from that of the Silva family. With then Asta confused saying, Silva family? With then soon the girl known as Noelle Silva continues walking to that of the Black Bulls HQ. However, she's soon noticing that of Score basically lying on the ground sleeping, not a care in the world. She couldn't help but feel at least a little bit worried looking at that of Score, but still just continues walking to ignore him. However, little did she know, Score actually noticed her and keeping an eye on her as well. The very next day, Magna basically shows Asta around that of the HQ, basically show him around that the entire base basically shifts itself all the time. So it makes it a little bit harder to get back to people's rooms or basically get downstairs sooner than later. Which kind of annoys the hell out of Asta, but he just lets it slide. Soon after showing him to many other places, such as that of the library, which they don't even bother using, the bathhouse, and the stables, which they try to bring in that of Asta's Monstie inside of the stables, with that of tons of other monsters that they bring in and take care of. However, every time when they did, the monsters the creatures that they already have captured basically always keeps down. Normally they don't. They always basically yell, swallow, and basically feel like tearing people apart. But this time they've always stayed quiet when they saw that of Ratha, Volt, and Score. Which Asta's kind of confused about this. They're not really that violent towards anything unless it's threatening towards me, to be honest. Within soon, Magnus saying, yeah. And besides, the only time when they're truly quiet is when Captain Yami brings out his own personal mount. With then, soon hearing that, Asta saying, wait, the captain has a mount? Saying, yeah, you should see it. It's so damn fierce and crazy. It's almost like that of a monster that can slice you up and dice you. With then, soon saying, then it has to be some giant-ass monster of death. With then, Asta basically just sees that of a giant-ass horse with multiple arms, having that of swords, and Captain Yami basically on it with that of a cigarette in his mouth, with that also having his grimoire and his katana in his hands too. But then, it just freaks out Asta even more. Maybe I think I should probably make my own stables for that of Volton, Score, and Ratha, and don't want to freak out anybody else. And mainly doing it to not make sure that his monsters don't get killed by that of whatever hell Captain Yami has. Within, leaving the stables, as deciding to head back up into that of the base, little did they know, the very mount that they were talking about, actually having that of one eye open, actually. And somewhat in curiosity towards Asta. With then, continue walking, Magna kept asking questions saying, so, Asta, why did you want to become a magic knight to begin with? Saying, huh? Isn't it obvious? I became a magic knight so I could become the future wizard king. Within, saying, seriously? That's your reasoning? You do know you're with the worst magic knight squad of all time, right? Saying, yeah. Saying, but Captain Yami did say that he gets missions from that of the Wizard King himself. Saying, oh, yeah, Captain Yami does, but most of our missions are always failed or either successful, but at the cost of basically tons of collateral damage. To the Clover Kingdom's eyes, that's kind of that's still a failure. With then saying, seriously? With Magna continue saying, but don't worry. We still get our jobs done. Just because a few houses, homes, and basically maybe an entire town got busted up a few times doesn't mean anything. Within, Asta still somewhat freaked out a bit, but then saying, these guys are freaking crazy. But I joined them, so guess I'm gonna have to be crazy too. Within, noticing that of Asta's kinship stone on that of his right arm, with then saying, now that I think about it, I've never saw that stone you got. It's the same thing that Captain Yami has, actually. Within, soon, Asta saying, wait, what? Yeah. Captain Yami doesn't show it off that much, but he keeps it. But I've seen him have it at least a few times, here and there. Where'd you get yours? Within, I was saying, I found it when I found that of both Ratha, Score, and Volt's, eggs when I was just a kid. It came with them. It was just standing right. It was just laying in between their eggs. Simple as that. Within hearing this, Magnus saying, no fooling, huh? Well, whatever. Won't lie, Stone looks at least a little bit cooler than Captain Yami's, but don't let him say, here, I told you that after all. Don't want to piss off Captain Yami. But then saying, don't worry, Magna, your secret is safe with me. With then soon, noticing ahead, it being that of Noelle. Within Noelle noticing them, as she couldn't help but huff. But then Magnus saying, hey, newbie, I was supposed to show you around as well today. Where the hell have you been? Within, Noelle continues basically scoffing, saying, like I need to explain myself to a mere commoner such as you. Within, soon, Magna couldn't help but get annoyed at that of Noelle saying, hey, the hell are you talking about? Just don't you get that we're both basically part of the same Magic Knight squad? That means we're all comrades in the same team. You should be showing me at least a little bit more respect. With then, both Magna and Noelle couldn't help but argue with one another back and forth. Within, Asta saying, wait, by any chance, are you a noble? With then, soon, hearing that of Asta's question, saying, how dare you? How do you not know about me? And Noelle Silva from that of the Silva family, one of the mage royal families of the Clover Kingdom. Don't you know that you are speaking to royalty? With then hearing this, I was saying, wait, you're a royal? Within, Noelle can have that of a smug look on her face a bit, getting some recognition. Within, Asta can up and say, even so, we're still comrades. We still gotta get along with one another, even if you are a royal or a noble. Within, soon, Noelle couldn't help but get annoyed at that of Asta's, casualness. Within, saying, how dare you? You have to show at least some respect for one who is your better. Within, Magna getting annoyed even more, saying, if you're going to continue basically having that high and mighty attitude, the least you could do is basically prove that you earned to be this high and mighty crap. Then, after saying that, Noelle saying, well, you asked for it. As then, she basically puts her hands up as creating that of a water ball. Within, the water is getting sent straight at that of Asta. Within, soon, Asta was confused why is she aiming at him before it soon hit that of Magna. Within, Magna basically saying, hey, what the hell? Wasn't it supposed to hit that of Asta? Within, soon, she's saying, wait, because I was aiming at you to begin with. That was the main case. Now you know not to mess with me. Within, soon, Magna can help but get annoyed, saying, ugh, whatever. If it wasn't for Captain Yami, you wouldn't even be bothering part of the Black Bulls, so I'm at least showing some respect to the captain more than I'm showing to you. I just hope that you're not dead weight. Then, soon hearing those words, it basically triggered Noelle. Triggered some memories that she wanted to forget. Then, soon, Noelle saying, dead weight? You think I'm dead weight? I don't even... You know what? I didn't even want to be part of this damn Magic Knight squad. Within, taking off that of her robe and slamming it to the ground before rushing off. Within, soon, Magna getting annoyed saying, hey, what the hell? Show some respect to the Magic Knight robe for Christ's sakes, damn it. Then, Asta, feeling a little bit worried for Noelle as he begins to run off. Then, couple minutes later, Noelle, outside of the base, basically doing some training for herself as she tries to aim at all of the wooden posts with targets on them. However, every time when she tries to aim and shoot, they always go off course. Basically, they're misfiring like crazy. The reason being, Noelle has no control over her magic, as she has the high amount of power and magic potential that any other noble or royal of the Clover Kingdom has. However, because she doesn't have true control over her magic, and nobody bothered to train or basically teach her how to control her magic properly, everybody always called her pathetic, a defect, a curse, especially her own family. It's that very reason on why she's not even part of the Silver Eagles, the Magic Knight squad that's run by that of the Silva family, as she's been disowned in name alone. And the only reason that she joined the Black Bulls is because Yami saw potential in her and seeing that she could be quite useful to the Black Bulls, not as that of a political or something to basically blackmail that of her older brother Noelle, who's the captain of the Silver Eagles currently, but because he just wanted to be honest. And it was the Silver Eagles' loss not training her to be that of a powerhouse. However, currently, Noelle basically wanted Yami not to tell anyone that she can't control her magic, that she wanted to figure out herself until then, as Yami basically kept the end of his bargain. It's only up to Noelle if she's willing to admit her weaknesses and put aside her noble pride for the greater good. But easier said than done. Currently, now she's having her hands on her knees, completely out of breath for basically missing each and every shot. And the entire training grounds basically look like that's of a freaking war zone. Within, she couldn't help but grit her teeth in that of annoyance after all. Then soon saying, damn it. Then thinking about what her brothers and her sister and even that of the nobles say about her behind her back. even to that of her own brother, basically telling her that she was nothing but an embarrassment. And she speaks once more saying, Why? Why is this so frustrating? Why can't I get this down? After all these years, still nothing. With then soon, she begins to hear somebody walking up towards her. Looking behind her, she notices that of Asta. With then, however, it isn't just Asta, as Score is also behind him as well. As Score kinda saw that of Noelle's, anxiousness. Within, she's saying, Did you see all that? Saying, about you basically missing each and every one of your shots? Yeah, to be honest. What about it? With then, she basically freaking out saying, No. He saw them. He saw me missing each shot. Within, her grimoire begins to react to her emotions. Within, saying, hey, if you're okay, are you okay? I mean, nothing wrong with basically missing a few shots after all. It's not like it's going to be the end of the world. Within soon, her grimoire basically goes berserk as water begins to consume that of Noelle, unable to control her magic. As she's gasping for air, not wanting the water to basically, choke her. With then soon, Asta being pushed back by the pressure of the water, within Score basically catching that of his, rider. Within saying, thanks, Score. Within Score basically hissing his small hiss roar. Within the water begins to float up into the air. Within tons of other water begins to drench that of the training ground area. With Asta dodging each and every one of the water spouts, basically going everywhere, saying, What the hell is going on? Damn it! With, did I offend her this much? With then soon the other Black Bulls members figuring out what's going on too. As then Magnus saying, What the hell is she doing? Is she really this pissed about our argument a little while ago? But then Luck noticing, saying, I don't think she can control her magic actually. It's going wild. But then Vanessa saying, yeah, I've noticed that too. She's unable to control her magical power, and because of that, her grimoire is going insane. Within, Yami saying, yep, she can't control her magic. Nor let he bother actually teaching her how to do so. The Silvas basically expected her to already have full control over her magic from the very beginning. Kinda stupid to be given my point. With then, as Yami basically says all this, Asta couldn't help but feel a little bit worried for Noelle, thinking that she's just going to kill herself if we don't do anything about this. But then soon, Yami looking at that of Asta saying, you want to do something, kid? Then do something about it. Saying, what? That sword of yours. It's able to nullify and basically destroy magic, right? Anti-magic sword bullshit. Within saying, yeah? Was saying, good. Now get on your goddamn monstie and get to riding and fly and save her already, will ya? We don't have all day. Within saying, wait, what? You want? Within soon, without warning, Score basically lifts Asta onto his back. Within saying, what? Score? With soon giving that of a hissing roar, basically saying, stop talking and let's do it. Within soon, Asta couldn't help but smirk, saying, all right, you haven't been this active in a long ass time, so if you're up for it, then let's do it. Within having that of a big ass goofy grin on his face, with even soon Score flying up into the air, basically flying pretty damn quick, as then Finral couldn't help but say, whoa, that thing is fast. But then Ghost couldn't help but comment saying, I've never seen anybody fly that quickly. Not even somebody on a broom. What even is that thing? With then Yami couldn't help but smirk saying, never saw an Astalos up close and personal. Gotta say, pretty fast creature. Within soon seeing that of Noelle's magic still going crazy. Within bringing out that of his 5-leaf clover grimoire and pulling out that of the demon slayer sword once again. Within saying, all right, give me a good shot. Within soon Score couldn't help but basically stop for a moment before then bucking that of Asta towards that of the water spear, with it saying, "Score, what the hell?" With then already getting closer to that of the spear, with then piercing right through it. After that, the water basically stops, causing both Noelle and Asta to basically fall, with Noelle waking up from that of her, water-induced coma, with then soon noticing Asta falling too as she begins to freak out, before then being caught by that of Score once again, as both of them are landing on his back, which caused Score to destabilize flying for a bit, but was able to adjust himself to that of the added weight as they land back down to the ground, with everybody couldn't help but be shocked and surprised and excited from that of Score's, able to catch them, with even Finral thinking, I thought I was going to have to basically catch them when they were falling. Didn't expect that monster to just throw Asta at that of Noelle. But then Yami couldn't help but say, not too surprising. I mean, Astalos, and when it comes to that of Astalos and water, they don't mix. Get anywhere close to water when it comes to that thing, and it'll probably, short circuit itself entirely, and whatever the hell it was even, or whoever the hell it was even riding on. But then Finral hearing this from his captain saying, "Captain Yami, I didn't know you know so much about those things." With Yami basically putting out his cigarette before saying, call it the skills of a veteran rider. That's all. At any rate, I think we better get some answers from our little Miss Royal after all. After that, soon Noelle begins to get interrogated by that of everybody in the Black Bulls. But instead of being ridiculed or basically looked down upon or even called a failure, they all were kind of positive and even say that she's part of the Black Bulls. We're all full of misfits. No reason to basically say that she didn't have anything that they wouldn't have any problems trying to help her out with. Even Vanessa also wanting to find some ways to actually help her control her magic a lot more better too. Even Asta willing to want to help out too, as they're comrades now. They gotta rely on each other too, as well. Hearing all of this positive influence coming from that of her comrades, Noelle couldn't help but begin to tear up and also begin to cry in that of happiness. That she isn't ridiculed or looked down upon because of her flawed, which showing that of Asta's first inclusion to the Black Bulls coming to an end. And that's it. Thank you guys for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please tell me what you guys think in the comments below. I'll read them. So wanted to basically get over that of, both Asta getting inducted into the Black Bulls and his encounters with that of Noelle. And also thinking about that of that Yami may have a connection or possibly even a Monstie himself. If you guys wondering what the Monstie is, you guys just gonna have to guess in the comments below if you want to know. I'll let you guys know if you're warm or not. Any rate, if you guys like this, please like, comment, and subscribe. Hit that bell notification to get to date my videos uploaded on the channel. Also, please check out my Discord, gaming channel, side channel, other channel, Patreon, and Cash App. All linked in the description below. So, with all that said, this is Leon Mookie, signing out. Later, guys, and hope you all take care. Take it away, Shiro.
Hi, everyone. This is White Fox. If you liked Leon's video, click the video on the left to see the most recent one. And if you want to see more of this, click the subscribe button and notification bell and check out his playlists. If you still haven't subscribed, do so in the center. With that said, I hope to see you again on my love's channel. Bye!